Okay, this is Matt 1140. These are the chapter 17.2 notes. This is polygons. Now I've included the tables from the textbook, tables for perimeter and for area. There are formulas for perimeter. So let's back up a second. First off, a polygon is a closed shape that has lines for sides. So no half circles, no curves, strictly straight lines, triangle, square, quadrilateral, pentagon, okay? When we talk about the perimeter, we're looking for the distance around the shape. Now the textbook has this table with formulas for perimeter. Bottom line, you're going to add up all four sides. So those formulas are not as important as the ones for area, which is the table underneath. So we are going to do this separately. We're going to do example 1 first. Example are basic quadrilaterals or polygons. I realized I do not have an example of a trapezoid, so maybe we will make one up and stick that in there so you've got an example. Couple of things to understand here. So parallelograms, rectangles, squares, rhombuses, these top 4 have 2 sets of opposite parallel lines. So you'll see number 1 doesn't specifically state we have that height in there. We are going to assume that we've got 2 sets of opposite parallel lines, which will make them the same length as well. Trapezoid has 1 set of opposite parallel lines. And then we have triangles at the bottom. Okay. So perimeter and area of basic polygons. So we've got 2 sides labeled. This is a rhombus. 2 sides that are the same length next to each other. The opposite 2 sides are the same length. So the perimeter is going to be that 6.7 yards. Tells us A is 6.7. 4 times. We get a perimeter of 26.8 yards. The area is the base times the height. Notice we have a perpendicular height here. It's not marked as perpendicular, but it's labeled height. Our base is 6.7, our height is 5.86. When we multiply those, we get 39.26. Now I have 2 dimensions, a base and a height. So my unit, my label there is actually yards squared. If you think about it, I got a 6.7 yards, I got a 5.86 yards. The 6.7 times 5.86 is our 39.26. Yards times yards gives me yards squared. B, we want the perimeter of that triangle. Which means we're going to add the 3 sides. And I'm going to line them up this way, mostly because I'm running out of room. When I add those, I get 23.57 feet. Area is base times height. And these are the 2 sides that have to be perpendicular. So here, A is 8.2, B is 5.5. We've got this right angle between them. So the area of a triangle right here, 1/2 the base times the height. We are going to go 8.2 times 5.5. And I'm going to divide that by 2. And apparently I did not leave enough room here. When we multiply the 8.2 times 5.5 and then we divide by 2, we get 22.55. I need square units, feet squared. A square, all 4 sides are the same length. So the perimeter is going to be 4 times 6.8. When we multiply 4 times 6.8, we get a perimeter of 27.2 inches. Again, it's distance around, so it's just inches. Area of a square, length times width, or side times side. So we are going to take the length of our side, that's 6.8, and multiply it by itself. And we get 46.24 square inches, or inches squared. D. I have got another triangle here. Notice this time the sides are not perpendicular, but we are given the height. So to find the perimeter first, we're going to add all the way around. 4.46 plus 8.68 plus 9.1. Those are the lengths of our 3 sides. And we get 22.24 inches. To find the area, 1/2 the base times the height. When we say base, we want the side that is perpendicular to the height that we're being given. Base times height divided by 2. So we're going to multiply 9.1 times 4.1, and we're going to divide that by 2, and we get 19.11. Again, inches squared. Our last one, perimeter, is pretty straightforward. I've got 3 sides that are the same length. So 3 times 6.5, and we get 19.5 centimeters. To find the area here, we are going back and using what's called Heron's formula. Heron's formula is a little more involved, but it's what we use when we don't have a height that's perpendicular to one of the sides. Now notice, our 3 sides are A, B, and C, and then we have this S. S is called a semi-perimeter. It is half the perimeter. So we're going to add all 3 sides and divide by 2. So to start here, ooh, bad that I called this other one S. Can we call this X, just so we... Okay. So our S, our semi-perimeter, is 1/2 of the sum of all 3 sides, which is that 19.5 we just found. If I cut that in half, I get 9.75. Here's my formula. We got the square root, and let's come back up here to be sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We are multiplying S, that semi-perimeter, times S minus A, times S minus B, times S minus C. Fortunately, A, B, and C are all the same. So here's my semi-perimeter, 9.75. I'm multiplying by 9.75 minus 6.5. There's my side A. There's my side B. And there's my side C. So give you a minute to write that down. And if you want a middle step, I got 9.75. When I take 9.75 and subtract 6.5, we get 3.25. And because all of these sides are the same, this ends up being all the same. It won't always work that way. 18 point, do we have a round? No, we don't have a round. I'm going to take it to two places. 18 point, I'm getting 2947. So 18.29 square centimeters.